So we've got May's version of the back arch workout. So this one here, we're just doing the dead hang in the rings, and then depending on the flexibility, you can kind of have the rings lower or higher. If you're less flexible, obviously setting the rings up higher is less pressure in the shoulders, lower back. But what you're looking for is to get more in the shoulder, less in the lower back for all of these. So you've got a nice even arch through the whole chain. So coming down into this, you should only have the height that you feel really comfortable with. If you feel it's overloading the lower back, raise the rings up. From here, you're just going to sink through, big breath in, breathe out, let those shoulders sink up to the ears, and then drive forward through the shoulders. You want to feel the front of the ribs open up, shoulders open up, the hips open up, that whole line. Start out slow in your first set and progress a little bit more, but you've got that nice traction. And then this month we're working on just a weight shift there. So working side to side, and just opening up one side a bit more, open the other side. If you really got that down and you're feeling good, you can go to the single ring with it, and then the single hold. You'll find the single hold's a little bit easier because you kind of rotate to that side, so try and stay square, and doing both sides like that. Then what we've got is a reverse of that, it's the back arch bridge. So same thing again, you just want to make sure you're opening up through the shoulder, don't rush this. If you need to, remember your beginning versions are just going to be, this stuff, bring the hands up to here, coming up onto the top of the head. If you've got that, have the hands a bit wider, press up, you don't have to lock out. Once you can lock out, you can start that process and then bring the hands closer together, feet closer together, and then driving forward, opening it up, then weight shift. And then if you are going to progress to the one arm, you bring the feet apart again, and then coming up into that. This takes time to develop that stability, strength and control through the shoulder. You don't need to rush it. Coming down and up. Always just take your time with it, don't force it. The standing version is just a rotation standing. So you're standing out from the mirror, coming over, and then just turning one side, back to it, turn the other side. Make sure, and this I was talking, which is really you can't do because your tongue should be against the roof of that mouth and the mouth closed, so that way it's stabilizing the front of the neck in that arch position. Really important. If your mouth's hanging down, the tongue's flapping in the wind, you're going to put more pressure on the cervical vertebra, so make sure you can't talk when you're doing it. So I'll just demo again. So you will feel a bit of a stretch through there, and it'll feel more solid, but it will feel harder to get the same range of motion. But that's not necessarily, that's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. If you're hinging back in your neck when you're doing the standing arches, then you're just going to overload those segments there and tweak something. Whereas you want to get a nice even spread through the hips, use a bit of a sissy, and keep that nice stable neck. To counterbalance those three movements on your rest, really important to do the back rolls. You can do them even in between each. If you notice when I was doing it, I kind of lowered down when I got into that, and then I kind of, same thing when I did the other back arch, I kind of did that position anyway. It'll feel more natural to kind of do that just to counterbalance the pressure in the spine. But yeah, get on it, stay tight with all of it. Just really listen to the body and make sure the chain is evenly stretching and mobilizing and strengthening those tissues. If you really want to develop those positions, dynamically with acrobatic stuff and just get control in them, it takes time, and you need to give the tissues time to get tolerant in those open positions, those vulnerable positions, and make them strong. See you next time.